Two. Really done one today. Live, but something's on my mind. I always do these when I've got something to express and to get out there that I'm discovering that is important. Right? This is very important. These things, and I like to hit at angles where people either don't talk about as well enough, but at the same time they are really important. So people not talking about this shit, and it is super important. So melatonin is super fucking important. It really is. It's one of the most powerful. Okay, I don't exaggerate here too much, but if you look on science books and stuff, and people have heard of melatonin, and most people in the outside world think melatonin is just a sleep hormone, just to get good sleep. No way. There's books on melatonin, there's information out there. It's way more than just a sleep hormone. So, what is it? It's a fucking powerful hormone produced by your chemical produced by your own body. That doesn't just give you good sleep. It's anti-cancer, yeah, one of the most effective anti-cancer molecules. And the reason why I think it's one of the most effective anti-cancer molecules is something else we know about it, which is it's a master antioxidant. I'm sure you guys have heard of that word before. Antioxidant, master antioxidant. I never understood what that word is, so I'll just explain quickly in a really simple way what master oxidant, antioxidant is. It's basically that stuff. It's basically electrons. It's negative ions that combat and mitigate the damage from free radicals and positive ions. That's a really simple way. So it's just electrons. It's just electricity. How simple is that? So melatonin, antioxidants from the fruits, from the fasting, from the aged urine, from your own body producing its own melatonin, is just an antioxidant, which is basically a negative ion. It's basically electron, just basically electricity. You're pumping up your body with what it needs to thrive, which is electricity. So that's why melatonin is fucking amazing. That's why it's a master antioxidant and removes free radicals. It's a negative ion thing and a free electron thing, just like the grounding we talk about, that your body produces freely. But also, if you're watching my stuff, you'll know that I talk about the Holy Trinity, which is for aged urine. All these methods, it's alkaline, oxygen, and negative ions, electrons. So oxygen, negative ions, and alkaline. So here's something you won't hear from any science book or any books, but I'm going to say it. I think that because of the Holy Trinity is fucking legit for aged urine and grounding. Aged urine is full of negative ions, and so is the ground. So therefore, both these methods of grounding and aged urine drinking, the oxygen, high oxygen, and alkaline as well. It's great. We want to be alkalized. Obviously, you guys know that. So melatonin, when we produce high amounts in our body, it's that electric energy, that negative ions, but it also, guess what it does? Alkalizes and gives you high oxygen. And that's really important, because this is why I'm coming back to it. I've been not being too good with my melatonin habits. I've got the glasses. These are cheap, and they block out. They're not like orange tinted. They're red tinted. So they block out all of the UV light from the blue light. And I'm sure you guys are aware, blue light stops the melatonin from being produced by your eyes. So when you're watching blue screens at night, two things they're going to block melatonin. Three things actually I can think of that you might be interested. First one, blue screens at night. Watching blue screens without this stuff. So that's why I've been a bit lax, but tonight I did something. I put it on. So that's really important to let the melatonin rise. Like I said, one of the most powerful hormones, chemicals in your body. So let it rise. You have to. If you're looking at blue screens, or even just artificial lights, they still also take away some of the melatonin. So I'd put it on all the time. You know, after 8 p.m. It's a circadian rhythm, right? It starts building after 8 p.m. for night time to prepare you for good sleep and to heal the body. So that's number one. I did. Number two, another thing that's going to prevent melatonin is your Wi-Fi, which I've got on now. So Wi-Fi, wireless, you guys have probably got wireless, most of you. That's also going to prevent melatonin. And mobile phones on around your vicinity at that time. All this stuff is going to prevent the melatonin from rising. So you got to watch out for that. And number three that people don't talk about, you might know the first two. I don't know if you know the third one very much. If you want high melatonin, or most people, the way they don't get high melatonin is they're going to eat too much food.
Could you please start?
Yeah, all right. Calm down.
Please.
Sorry, guys. Yeah, so one of the ways that people don't do the high melatonin and fuck up is not just with the blue lights and wearing the blue blockers. That's one part of it. Two is EMFs, having a wireless, turning off for that period of time when you want to rise. Number three is eating at night time. Eating at night time is huge. Fruits might be okay, but if you're eating anything apart from fruits, just at night time at 8, 9, 10 o'clock, what that does is it stops the melatonin from rising in your body. And a lot of people out in the outside world eat food just at night time. That's a huge reason why people don't get good sleep, by the way, because the melatonin is not rising at the key point of time. They eat just before bed, whatever garbage, it's not fruits, and it's not just about the digestion. People think it's all about the digestion. Yeah, that's a huge aspect of not sleeping good, digestion, but actually the biggest thing is your melatonin will not rise. And I've got science on my side, mainstream science on this, because I remember reading in books, the lower your calorie intake, the higher your melatonin will rise. So if you're eating high calorie foods at 8, 9, 10 p.m, even if you're doing the blue blockers, even if you've got the Wi-Fi off, the melatonin won't get produced. This also makes sense to me because the body is all powerful. It's not a mindset, it's a fact. The body is all powerful and it produces its own nutrients, vitamins, minerals, enzymes, and of course it produces its own melatonin. But you have to get out of its own way. You have to say, have not eaten for a period of time. And then the body will produce lots of melatonin. That's why the low calorie thing comes into play with that one. So I did that today. Between 9 and 10 o'clock, which is 10 now in the UK, I just put on, I also stuck to my 1 meal a day, which ate at 1 o'clock. It was a big meal, but it was 1 o'clock, 1 meal a day. And I'm not drunk, and I did my urine within 2 hours. So my tummy is empty of water and food, not just food. It's empty of tummy for 7 or 8 hours now. I put the glasses on, watched TV. Yeah, it's a good program about cannabis, so forgive me for being programmed. It was actually quite good. And yeah, I noticed that my breathing went deeper. And I was like, whoa, where's my breathing going deeper? Then it reminded me of all the other times when I took melatonin seriously and weared my blue blockers, turned the Wi-Fi off, and I stuck to my 1 meal a day and hadn't eaten for a while. I always used to get that deep breathing. And then I remembered, oh yeah, that deep breathing is significant because that only comes when I'm put my blue blockers on, I've got no Wi-Fi, and I've not eaten for a while. So then I thought, oh, okay, now with what I know about the holy fucking trinity of aged urine and the oxygen, alkaline, and high negative ions, now it makes sense. The deep breathing factor is the melatonin rising inside your body and alkalizing and oxygenating your body. Boom. When your body gets lots of oxygen in it, you start deep breathing. This is why aged urine works. Just seen your comment, Glenn. Yes, mate. That's why aged urine works. Fucking holy trinity. Flood your body with negative ions, flood your body with oxygen. Oxygen slows the breathing down. Crazy powerful when you take a sip of aged urine, how much it slows the breath. Well, guess what? You don't want to do aged urine. You've got melatonin. You've got your own body's chemicals to slow your breath down. And it was. My breath was slowed down. So I'm going to get back on this all-powerful chemical that is produced by our own body, yeah, that people don't produce because, first of all, they're eating at 8, 9, 10 p.m, so that's going to stop the melatonin from rising. Unless it's fruits, and I don't even know, because I'm not eating fruits at that time. I think even fruits would affect it a little bit, much less than the others, but I think any food would. You want the body to do its own work. So people aren't doing this melatonin thing, which is massive anti-cancer. Why do you think melatonin, they've done studies, melatonin they say is anti-cancer. Well, now I know fucking why melatonin is anti-cancer. Because anything that does the holy trinity of fucking alkaline, oxygen, and negative ions in your body, that is anti-cancer. Warburg said that cancers only come because of low acid and low oxygen. So alkaline oxygen, no cancer. You run electric energy through your body, another thing, no cancer. You do lots of grounding, lots of negative energy, fucking cancers dissipate and all diseases. These are not all quick fixes, but I'm telling you, the cancers can't manifest in it. That's why melatonin fucking works, and it's why it deep breathes. Think about it. Our creator designed it so at night time you would get the key elements of deep breathing as the melatonin rises, it makes your breath deepen and slow down. Calm, slow, nice, deep breaths. Very slow. It's designed so that at nighttime we can heal with this natural remedy of deep breathing via the melatonin, which is supposed to be high, but most people don't have high melatonin because I just said they eat too much food at the wrong time. They also don't wear blue blockers at night. They think their blue screens aren't causing their eyes harm. Forget about blue screens causing your eyes damage in other areas, because it fucking is. It's the biggest one is it's affecting your melatonin. Big one, huge, fucking huge. And what they're doing wrong is got their Wi-Fi and their cell phones on at night time, and worse than that, they even keep it on all during the night. Most people have their phone on standby. Fuck, how stupid the fuck is that? Holy shit, that is the stupidest thing I've ever seen. You know, forget about the melatonin aspect. You won't produce melatonin, but beyond that, that's radiation. That's fucking stupid. So there we go. That I needed to get out there. I released my karma on melatonin, and that's going to be another focus of mine. I've got a lot of focuses. I've got a lot of shit to like master. You know, I do a lot, but I've still got loads of stuff to discipline myself. And one of them I'm going to come to and preach about, because no one fucking talks about melatonin. You know, is melatonin. It is powerful medicine for the human body, and people that don't produce enough melatonin get sick. Yeah, the body. I love the implications of melatonin. Like I said, the body is all powerful. It fucking is. The body is all powerful. We need to get out of its own way, and it produces chemicals, vitamins, hormones, enzymes, all this stuff. And people think they need to get vitamins and minerals from their diet, and that's true, and that's great. But your body produces its own, not just B12. Your body produces way more than that. Your body produces hormones and vitamins and minerals in such abundance when you get out of its own way. You know, the food's great aspect to look for, but the best one for me, the ultimate paradigm, isn't just from food, it's from my human body. And that's where the melatonin comes in. The human body produces its own shit, but we do need to do these little disciplines and learn about stuff and get out of our way and fast and all these kind of things. So, oh, Alison, yes, mate, yes. That would help because of the melatonin. We talked about this on your interview. Yeah. You give yourself, I think that's one of the few foods that can give you, it's one of the few foods that can give you high melatonin. It has melatonin in it. So if you're going to go down that route of diet and melatonin, that's the only one, I think. Cherries, and you're saying a specific one, aparte. Cool, I just heard cherries generally, so that's the good one for that. But also, my bias is I'm just going to keep sticking to my 1 meal a day at lunchtime, and then start putting into place my little disciplines, and turning the Wi-Fi off at night time, and I wake up refreshed. So I've been playing a little slow game myself of a lack of discipline, which is okay. I've got undisciplined in other areas, but yeah, we've got to preach more on this stuff. Just like Brother Sage says, oxytocin, DHA, yeah, urine's good. Alright, that's it. Definitely buy blue blocker glasses. I don't know what these are called. I'm going to have to look on Amazon if you guys are interested, but this costs £6, £5-6. These are like industrial grade lasers. They're not orange tinted, they're industrial grade. So they go red. They're red tinted. Plus they don't even look gay. They fucking look hardcore and sick, don't they? Yeah? You look alright with this shit on. It does make it completely red when you're watching a blue screen, but I don't care. Because we shouldn't be watching that shit anyway, blue screens at night time, right? You know, so I'm cool with that. And I'll try and put the link if any of you guys want it. It's way better than the orange tinted glasses, which still worked. I remember using them and still getting the deep breathing. They still work, but these are the shit, man, for £6. I don't know why people are wasting like £200, £100 on some cool blue blocking glasses from this guy when they can get £6 ones off Amazon. You know, I don't want people to be wasting their money. You know, even if I'm a fucking rich man, I'm not going to waste £7. I'm not going to waste £100 on some cool blue blocking glasses that are healthy when I can buy £6 ones that look alright from Amazon. Yeah. So anyway, all right, I'm done. Start looking into yourself, researching melatonin, and because I'm going to go deep with melatonin. I think that's a great focus area. You know what, as well, it's good it's good for me to focus on for unhealthy people, just the normal matrix people that I might be helping in the future, or that people that I know. It's a good avenue. You know, they might be resistant to a lot of things, but I think they might be more relatable if I talk to them about melatonin, because that's common. Everyone seems to know about melatonin. Just go a little bit deep with them about, you know, why we need to do it, why you need to wear blue blockers, why we need to turn the Wi-Fi's off and all that shit. Yeah. Alison, I wear them for TV and blue screens, but quite frankly, it's really important for blue screens. You know, I heard something kind of recently that a blue screen is like a mini sun, right? A blue screen at night, so a blue screen from the tablet I'm looking at, a blue screen from my TV, a blue screen from whatever these electronic things are, from a cell phone. A blue screen is a mini sun. A blue light is to wake you up, and you've got an artificial blue light at night time. So is it any wonder why the melatonin doesn't rise? Because you're telling the body there's a mini sun in your fucking eyes every day at night time. No wonder your body doesn't want to produce melatonin. You're looking at a mini sun at night. Isn't that against nature to look at a mini sun at night time? The sun comes up in the daytime, and now people indoors are looking at their mini suns on their screens, on their phones, at night time. What the fuck? No wonder why people are getting sick and diseased. Holy shit. I nailed it on that one. Yeah. I hope you do, Addison. I'm going to preach a lot more about it, because I don't see nobody talking about it, and that's an interesting angle to look down. It's just powerful. I think that's why I'm going to experience more of it. So, alright, I'm talking too long again. Too excited today. Alright, I hope you enjoyed. Thank you very much for watching. Jan, Glenn, I can see you watching there. Brother Sage and Sahojo. Yo. Okay, we got this, people. We got this. The melatonin rises. I'll leave you with that.